I'm Leslie, Leslie Van Gamma, and I am a mother to 3 kids, and my 18-month-old daughter at the time, Amelia Dolph, ingested a button battery. I remember checking to see what she was playing with, and she was sitting on the ground, and I thought, oh, okay, this is some big Tupperware, nothing crazy, okay. And then she just suddenly, I heard this sound, and then she just collapsed, she keeled over. I thought, okay, you're just playing with mom, like this isn't funny. So I go to grab her, and when I go to grab her, she just felt so stiff, and her eyes were rolling to the back of her head, and then I just remember blood just started pouring out of her nose. When we were at the Red Deer Hospital, she coughed up about a cup and a half of blood. They do the x-ray, and you just saw this big circular item like lodged, and they didn't know where in her esophagus it was, but they just knew there was something there, and they're like, it looks like a coin or it could be a battery. So I'm by myself trying to wrap my head around what is happening to my kid. They had her intubated at the Red Deer Hospital, and then they decided that she needed to go to the Stollery. The drive from Red Deer to Edmonton, I'm thinking, let it be a coin. Let it be that they won't have to cut her open, and they'll just have to use some type of scope, and they can just, you know, just take it out, and we can just look at this as like, oh, okay, you know. I went up to the ICU. Charge nurse came out to let me know, okay, they just got here, we're gonna bring her up, we're gonna get her settled, just have a seat. Once we have her settled, we'll come and grab you. The screens, both screens were just like, everything was just flat. They got back a faint pulse, and then I couldn't even really breathe because as quickly as they got that faint pulse, she went into a second cardiac arrest. I'll never forget, I remember one of the doctors looking up at the time and just thinking, oh my God, she's dead, oh my God, she's dead. These doctors, they're amazing. They got a pulse, a faint pulse back. They escorted us to the different room and told us, we're taking her to the OR for an emergency heart surgery. It's not good. Gave us the facts, we don't know if she's gonna make it out of this. And if she does make it out of this, we don't know the damage, to what extent. They took her away. The surgery felt like forever. I just remember we were in there, it was dark, and I remember we didn't get to see her until the sun was out. The button battery had ruptured her esophagus. It had ruptured her trachea. It had ruptured her aorta, and it had ruptured her carotid left artery. In the OR room, just to save her life, they had to pump just over 4.2 liters of blood in her. That was just in the OR. Post-OR, I don't know the exact amount of blood she had, but what I do vividly remember is seeing the coolers coming in, and transfusion after transfusion after transfusion. So I know, just imagine a little 18-month-old girl having that much blood transfused just to keep her alive. If blood donors weren't around to donate blood, she wouldn't be here. The doctors could have done everything. They wouldn't have been able to save her because there'd be no blood. We think the blood is just gonna be there, but what I've learned from what happened with my daughter is that people have to donate. That's just how it is. It's a personal choice. There's so many different people who need blood donations, and it's needed for so many different things. I can't just apply it to, hey, you know, this happened to my kid, so this is why you need to donate. It's like, yes, that happened to my daughter, and thank God blood was there for her to have. They may not know me, they don't know my daughter, but she is our world, and because of their act, we get the gift of seeing her grow and become who she's destined to become, and that's because of their selfless act when they rolled up their sleeve and went to go donate, not knowing how it would be used. It's crazy. I said it to Canadian Blood Services before, but if it wasn't, like, her father and I are donors, but we never thought that, not even ourselves, but one of our children would need transfusions. I got educated about the importance of donating, and I was like, okay, you got a cookie and juice. I love food. So I was like, okay, sure, I can do this. What I hope is COVID is helping people realize, like, this whole like, oh, well, that's never gonna happen to me. We don't know. I really felt something super deep and grateful that one, yeah, I realized how important it was to donate before this even happened to my daughter. So I also feel like that's some kind of good karma to an extent too, you know, that we're donors and, you know, she was able to have a second chance at life because of other donors.